Number one for hip hop and R&B. Good morning, grind. I appreciate you waking up to the morning grind with Promise on this sunny morning, because yesterday it was rainy and cloudy, so it's feeling much better today. Hope you have a great start to your day. Appreciate you coming over here doing it with me. I got a special guest hanging out inside the studio this morning. I'm excited to have this guy here talk about his amazing platform. He is the creator and host of Spearhead Conversations. It's a podcast and a video platform. You can check his stuff out on YouTube right now. The one and only Xavier Mercado.
Thank you for having me on.
Good morning, my sir.
Man, first and foremost, Promise, we did our interview, and you gave me my flowers right in the beginning. I want to return that. I love listening to your show.
Appreciate it.
I love what you stand for in the city of Milwaukee, and I just love, I'm inspired by your journey and how far you've taken it. So I appreciate you bringing me on here, man.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you and salute to everything you got going on. And let's get into it, man. Xavier, you are the creator and the founder of Spearhead Conversations. Yeah. So first, let's talk about the significance of you naming it that, and then how long you've been doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, man. This started off through sobriety. Alcohol played a big potential blocker, and through that got to a point where I was just sick and tired of doing the same thing over and over. The reason why I named it Spearhead is like a spear, you throw it, it pierces the surface.
Okay.
With Milwaukee's a beautiful city, but most of the time it's being labeled in a negative light, and I want to pierce those type of stereotypes. So through that, what better way to talk to, conversate with the very people who live here, and just show how special it really is through the talent and the energy that comes from here.
Let me salute you on your sobriety as well.
Thank you.
I saw you out there at Soberfest 3. Salute to you coming out.
Hey, man, if it weren't for you, I would have known about it. So it was like, yeah, man, and it's a way of life. I've been at it for almost 2 years now, and
salute, man.
It really, since I've started this, it's you replace habits, and this platform became that, and it's just been rocking. So I haven't seen any to go back,
And what I want to talk about for people who have not seen your work yet, visually, one of the first things I noticed about you, the professionalism first of all, and the quality. The video, I think the first interview I saw was the one you did with Philly.
Yeah.
And obviously Philly is another guy who has quality when it comes to camera work, all the things he's been able to do in his career locally and nationally. And so that was the first interview I saw that you did. And then I thought it was dope that you have created a platform where you've made it about other people. You know what I mean? You've taken the time, even though you share your story, you focus on highlighting individuals from Milwaukee who are doing things in the city and beyond, and trying to, show people what we have to offer in the city. So what has it been like for you during this experience to sit down and interview a number of different people from different walks of life and careers and have these engagements?
I don't want to sound cliche, but it's a dream come true, because when you're sitting in these rooms and you're hearing all the journeys people have been through, including yours, you step into their world and you get a glimpse, and then you connect with them on a different level, because, I didn't grow up with much growing up, but very appreciative of where I come from, because that's what's made me. But definitely to be able to make friendships and type of networking where working along a lot of the talent that I've interviewed, it's a blessing, man. And for me, it's just building something more than myself.
Yeah.
And it's really, we live in a day and time where, these kids need something to see. They need to see what success looks like. And success isn't always about, textbooks and a test that has ABC. Success is basically what you make of it. What is your passion? And through this platform, I've been able to show that. So. Yeah.
So when you first started this, let's go back to that. When did you initially start the Spearhead Conversations? Because I know you do it as a podcast, and you also have the visuals on YouTube. So when was the first actual
episode.
When you put the first episode.
So I started off August 4th, which we just made a year. That's when I dropped the commercial, and that was basically giving an introduction. And then I did 2 episodes right away just to show after the commercial what this platform was going to become. Paused for a week, and this week coming up will be the first. It was Brown's Crew.
Okay.
That was the launch of the actual season. Before that was Folias. It's in Walker's Point. The owner, Danielle Sangali. And then Illy Tints out in Franklin. Those were the first 2. But the actual start of releasing content every week started with Brown's Crew, and that was last year on September 8th.
Okay, so you're about to approach 1 year.
Yeah.
So you only been at this fully for almost 1 year.
Yeah.
And you have interviewed and done a lot in that time frame, man. I salute and commend what you are doing. Really, what's the motivation, bro? Like, what's besides? I know why you started, but what's motivating you to continue to go and to create these platforms and to give people these outlets?
It's just to be the voice. I want to be that voice that really shows our city, and most of all, I have 4 kids. And like I said before, I want to show them what success looks like. That's the biggest thing to me. When God forbid something happens to me, but if something does, I leave behind a blueprint of stories that tell you what success looks like. Many of these people don't come from the ideal upbringing. So with that, it's just trying to put out a type of inspiration. And what motivates me, it's the response. It's been that has been the biggest. It's having people like you, Ali Faith, DZ, you even have my boy GA on the
show.
on it, Harry Glimberg, Philly, Aaron Bieberts. These people have been significant, and with their level of success to back my platform and what I'm trying to do. It's the ultimate type of motivation. We live in a day and a time where we're told we can't do certain things.
Yeah.
And I'm showing the world that isn't the case anymore. You want something bad enough. It took me 32 years to realize my potential, but 32 years it was. And now here I am releasing shows every week.
Yeah.
This month in particular, we're releasing my team because this is like the anniversary of Spearhead.
Yeah, I see you've been doing, the behind the scenes, putting some of the guys who help you put the work in, giving them an opportunity to be in front of the camera.
Definitely.
They're usually behind the camera. So in the studio this morning with me from Spearhead Conversations, I have Xavier Mercado. And before we, we've been talking about, obviously your love for the city and everything you do in Milwaukee, but the origin of you actually originally come from New York.
Yes.
You originally from the Bronx, New York. Shout out to the BX.
BX all day.
Hip hop just celebrated its anniversary. But, so what I think is dope about you is you have embraced Milwaukee. Even though you're not originally from here, this has become your home, and you've taken the time to create a platform where you are highlighting different people and businesses from the city on your YouTube channel, on your podcast, which I think is dope.
Yeah, man. I think that was a blessing in disguise when I look at what I'm doing right now, because if you've ever been to New York, the type of culture that is there, it's a melting pot.
For sure.
And it's truly the Big Apple, with all ethnicities and origins that are under one city, seeing the diversity and just the, aspects of life.
Yeah.
I've definitely, being from there, I always travel back and forth. I still have a majority of my family over there, but yeah. Shout out to the X, BX, baby.
That's how we had our connection, because my father's side of the family is from the BX, my mother's side is from here. So when me and you first met and I found that out, I said, okay, we got a Milwaukee and a New York connection. So
yeah.
Now, speaking of that, whenever I have my guests in the studio, I always play a game called First and Last. Yeah. And I'm going to give you the opportunity to play First and Last with me as well. So you ready for it?
Yeah.
All right, X. What is the first thing you do when you wake up?
YouTube, motivation video.
Okay.
When I entered sobriety, it was a big thing to rewire my bad habits.
Okay.
So through that, I listen to people like Joe Rogan, Jordan Peterson, Eric Thomas,
E.T.,
Les Brown, and it's just wiring my day to just get it.
For some motivation. Okay, I can respect that. What is the last? So you kind of alluded to. What's the last movie you watched?
Last movie?
Yeah, it's the last movie you watched.
Oh wow. I'm trying to think about the movie I just watched with my wife. Man.
Oh, it's one of them kind of movies? No.
Oh man.
The kids was in the bed. It's one of them kind of movies.
This is a totally cloudy brain moment. Is this really happening?
It be like that though. Brain fart.
Man, bro. What new movies are out?
Which always at the crib or at the theater?
Netflix.
Netflix
just came out with
they clone Tyrone.
There you go, right there, man. That literally, man. To tell you, I'm so caught up in usually
working,
man.
No,
It's that, but that was an insane movie, bro.
It is. It's worth watching though.
It makes you think, man.
Don't it?
Yeah.
Don't be eating no chicken at JJ's. I'm gonna ask you this one. Since we talked about hip hop, celebrating its anniversary, you and I have talked offline before about music a ton. Do you remember what's the first rap album you ever bought?
First one I ever had in my hands was a Big Pun. CD. It was unfortunately after he passed. 100%. And yeah, man, Big Pun is from the same neighborhood that my family originates in, the South Bronx.
Facts.
And a lot of my titis and tios knew who he was. But yeah, Big Pun all day.
Okay.
Take pride on Boricua, Wepa all day.
Rest in peace to the late great Big Pun. Well, man, make sure you please give out the social media and also give out where people can watch your interviews and listen to your podcast. Please get that information out, X.
Yeah, man. We're on YouTube, Instagram, all your major platforms. We do have a website we launched. It's spearheadmke.com. So again, spearheadmke.com. And just before we head out, I just want to shout out a couple people,
Sure.
Shout out the team. Omar Lozano, right now we're airing his episode. Stephen Van Ploeg, visual editor. Nick Kosolniak, he's the cameraman, usually behind the camera. Michael Cooper, he does the audio. And you know what I mean? Everyone that has definitely joined me on this journey. And I wouldn't be able to make this come to a close without thanking my wife. My wife has been a major part of my story with her support. And so, yeah, man, I'm very appreciative. I thank all the people that have come on this platform and showed love because, honestly, it takes a village. It takes a village to make a footnote. And I just hope that people understand that this is more than me. This is more than us. And I really want to show Milwaukee in a light that our city is special and our city is worth it. And you know what I mean? If you take your time to listen to these stories, they'll truly inspire you. And yeah, man, I appreciate the opportunity to come on here. You letting me have this moment without, people like you, you're really the voice of the city. I say that, I've done a lot of air personalities, but I always tell them you're the voice of the city. We wake up to you. We thrive off the energy you bring to the airways, and it's a respect. And I just truly want you to understand. I appreciate you. I appreciate your platform. I will keep going to your comedy shows because, boy, you are one funny dude. I don't know if you heard me at Soberfest, but bro, you had me tearing up, bro.
No, hey, listen, bro. I appreciate that love. That means a lot. You telling me that you feel I'm the voice of the city. Thank you, dog. I don't take none of this for granted, that I have the opportunity to get on here every day and talk to people, to connect with them, to make them laugh, to make them think. So thank you for that love. I appreciate you. That interview we did was amazing, and I wish you nothing but continued success. And we locked in, bro.
Oh, definitely, man.
We back to the music after the break. Plus, I got Fantasia tickets on deck at 8:40. It's the morning grind for promise. You already know. It's not a threat. It's a promise. Get in.